You know, I really wish I could wear my glasses in these videos, but I can't because, well, let me show you why. Notice anything weird? Anyway, what's up, homies? We're back playing Kingdom Hearts. In the last part, we completed Halloween Town. Sadly, I would have been happy to spend the rest of the game in Halloween Town, if I'm being completely honest with you. We parted ways with my hero, Jack Skellington. But in this episode, we're going to take on Neverland, or at least a ship floating through Neverland. We were taken captive. However, in captivity, we met Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. There's nothing really else to do other than save Kairi, who we've already determined is here. Before we get on to that, though, there's a couple of things that I was told to go and fetch. Well, one thing, really, which I'm going to show off right now. This is what I went to get in Traverse Town from Merlin. He gave us this lovely-looking Keyblade for all of our efforts and for the good work that we've been doing since the beginning of our travels. The other thing we got, however, was this, which I forgot to show off when we got it, but my hero, once again, Jack Skellington, gave us a parting gift in the shape of the Pumpkinhead Keyblade, which I'm absolutely going to use. And we're going to get on with it. Let's do it. Already I can tell that my camera's being real sensitive, so I'm going to have to adjust it at some point or not move the entire episode, which, funny story about this episode, I've already recorded it. What? But we're watching it right now. Indeed you are. But let me explain to you what happened, right? I was at the boss fight of this area, the final boss, right before the keyhole. And what else could have happened than my dog started having a barking fit as someone walking into the building. So what I did, like any respectful YouTuber would do, I muted my microphone so that you guys could enjoy the cutscene without having to listen to what was going on in my house. Unfortunately, when I hit the unmute button, for whatever reason, it didn't unmute. I recorded 40 minutes of gameplay without my mic on. So, we're doing this again. Now, I won't spoil where it is I got to, just to keep some of the mystery alive. But, yeah, so we are doing this for the second time. My apologies. Running a YouTube channel is all about trial and error. And there's certainly been a lot of error, but it's for a purpose. We're getting better. This is our first official full playthrough, so I expect to make all my mistakes, or at least a lot of them in this one. Hopefully, that won't take away from the experience. I personally don't think it has. I'm still having a blast. I've been playing this game casually in my off time, taking my time through every world, opening every chest, looking through every nook and cranny I can, and I've been having a blast with it, so...
Riku, wait!
Chad is... Oh my god, I forgot that happened. That scared me the first time, and it scared me again this time. Now, I feel like this Keyblade, because I'm harnessing the power of Jack Skellington right now, I kind of feel like a bit invincible. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel Jack Skellington flowing through my veins. Is that weird? I think, I'm gonna make a prediction for right now until the end of the game. No more deaths. This, from now on, is a deathless run of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. You may think that's a cocky thing to, you know, promise, but I don't think so. I think it's perfectly reasonable, with Jack Skellington being on my side and everything. I don't care if we get another Keyblade after this, I am not switching to it. You can take my word for it, unless we absolutely have to. Okay, but I don't think we have to. Because we're not gonna die. Straight up. If the game forces us to use another Keyblade, I guess we'll use it, but as far as what Keyblade we use in regards to my choice, it's gonna be this one, because we're not gonna die anyway. So, you heard it here first. What YouTuber do you know? Actually, besides PewDiePie, I watched one of those videos today, but I wasn't thinking of it when I said this. What other YouTuber besides me and PewDiePie have predicted that a run is going to be 0 deaths from here on out, and it came true? Not many, I imagine, but I'm going to be one of, if not the first. Alright? You heard it here. Some of you might be thinking, oh, just wait till he gets to this boss. Doesn't matter. Not gonna die to it. No, I didn't lower the difficulty. Not that I can anyway, but I'm just that confident. All we need to do is hoard enough MP to heal myself periodically. Not that I need to, because I wouldn't die anyway. But, I figure may as well take some damage from the enemy to keep things a little interesting, right? Give the impression that I'm struggling with boss fights, but really, I mean, look at this. Just sheer destruction. They may as well have not even put a heal function in the game. I'm gonna set Donald and Goofy's AIs to solo because I don't need them anymore. Jack Skellington is the only one I need. And he doesn't even have to be on our team. He's with us in spirit. Again, all these hits that I'm taking, and for every time I heal, just for dramatic effect, you know, to keep you guys engaged. Ooh. You're being a little bit of a pain. I'd like to beat you now. Wait for it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. There we go. See, what did I tell you? No problem. Did you guys get nervous? Did you think I was gonna die? Gotcha. Not gonna happen. Not once. For the rest of the game. I miss that Keyblade. But I also like the one we have now, so I can't complain. Obtained Raven's Claw. Ooh. Is Raven's Claw better than White Fang? White Fang I kind of like for symbolic reasons. Naruto and everything. If you know, you know. Making a lot of, what's it called? References in this playthrough. Okay, so this raises our strength and defense at the cost of some AP. That is a price that I can live with. And now we go here. Again, I know this. I won't disclose where I got to in the game, but
Wendy.
I mean, come on, cut me some slack. I recorded 40 minutes of gameplay without my voice. Can you imagine how bummed I was when I realized? It had been a fantastic day before that too, and I was like, oh, the cherry on top. It went so well too. I thought it was one of my funnier episodes, and then just poof, gone. So, thank God I had a good day, because, man, if I hadn't... Okay. And now... door. Right? And then ladder? That's right. Wrong side, though. Nice. So, Peter Pan has acquired Wendy. And now all that's left for us to do is to defeat Captain Hook.
Run off where? Tell me, where did he go?
My goodness, Sora has grown some chops since the beginning of the game.
But you won't be going there.
Aside from anime characters... Oh, there goes my camera. You see what I mean? Hold on, let me try and fix that really quick. Aside from anime characters, what child character is more badass than Sora? If you can answer that, let me know. But it can't be an anime character, like I said, because there's a million. But
So, which will it be? The Keyblade or the plank?
if I had to choose, I'd say the plank.
The crocodile that took me hand. Oh, Speed, he's after me.
How do you know that's the crocodile that took your hand? Is there one crocodile in Neverland who just has a hand fetish? Who knows? It's Disney. Anything's possible. If you see my camera shaking, it's because I'm trying to... There we go.
Right, Sora.
Shouldn't have any issues from here on out.
And you can do it.
We are about to acquire one of the coolest abilities in any game. The power to dodge crocodiles. Psych, the power to fly, son. We can fly. Thanks to Peter.
Thanks, Peter. Hey, don't mention it. You didn't think I'd
This
leave
is
you
Peter
in
Parker
peace
if he
of mind,
hadn't
did
been
ya?
bit by the radioactive spider. There's only two outcomes in his life. To become Spider-Man or Peter Pan. So our cure ability got upgraded, which is awesome. You know what? No. We're going to keep the squad the way it is. Don't need the instructions. I know how to do it. Look at this shit. This is one of the coolest abilities by far. Luckily for us, Captain Hook cannot fly. That doesn't mean we can't take damage while we're in the air, however. But we'll see why that is after we take care of his little crew here. This fight isn't too bad. I don't really know what to say about it, honestly. Yeah, it really wasn't too hard the first time I did it. Maybe I'll have more trouble this time, but I don't see that happening. I made a comment the last time I recorded this that the bosses are cool and all, but they sort of, and I get it, technical limitations and all of that. I mean, and it was the first run of this game, right? They didn't have any kind of precedent or any feedback from people before they had released the game. So I'm going to give them a break for it. I'm going to give them a pass. But some of the bosses in this game feel a little bit like just tougher mobs. So like Clayton, way back when, was sort of just a mob that had a long range attack that did a lot of damage. And that stupid chameleon, don't get me started on that chameleon. Captain, oh, that was so close. I don't know why he didn't go for me there, but Captain Hook's a bit of the same thing. He's kind of like a mob that moves very fast and attacks a lot in a short amount of time. But other than that, he's not too bad. What does make his fight difficult, though, is what's behind us shooting rockets at us. Which I'll show in a second if I can just... Oh, come on, brother. Alright, fine. It's that thing. That is the only real wrench in the system as far as this fight is concerned. This is the answer to our newfound flying ability. He will chase you around the ship, fire missiles at you, and just generally make the fight a little more of a nuisance. But I seem to remember that Captain Hook showed up a little earlier than this, but I could be wrong. Oh, there we go. Look at that Keyblade. Amazing.
Is that you, Smee? Did you finish them off?
Aye, Captain. They walked the plank, every last one of them.
Got him. Now this still bothers me. Straight up stabbed Captain Hook in the ass with a real dagger.
Now it's your turn to walk the plank.
Disney's got cojones. I'll give them that. Okay, and now we commence the battle with Captain Hook. If I could find him. There he is. Now, thankfully, we don't have to deal with the bat enemies anymore, which honestly were maybe the most annoying thing that I've faced up until this point in the game. It's just Captain Hook, but as you can see, his damage output is insane. Which, I mean, for good reason, right? We can evade him at any time by flying. So, they needed to balance the fight somehow. The only thing I wish they did different about this fight is that it is possible to not... I mean, look at this. Did you see how many times he just attacked us in that one little... Anyway, what I was going to say is the one thing I do wish they did different about this fight is that you can knock him off the ship into, I mean, where the crocodile is just waiting in the sidelines to get a piece of that hand. But it doesn't actually do any damage to him, at least not enough that I could tell. I could be wrong. Okay, while he's doing his little... This combo, I was gonna say. I've never seen him get angry like that. Oh boy, oh boy. Friends, if you could come back, I would greatly appreciate that. I mean, it's hard to get even a move in. Okay, let him... There we go. See what I mean? Didn't take any damage whatsoever. That's the only thing I wish they did differently about this fight. Otherwise, I would say it's actually a pretty decent and tough fight, for sure. This fight on the hardest difficulty? No thanks. I couldn't even imagine, honestly. I'd love to see a veteran Kingdom Hearts player take on this fight. I mean, at some point I will be one, right? By the time this playthrough's over and my next one and the 2 others I'll have to do to get the platinum, I think I'll be pretty well versed in how Kingdom Hearts works by the end of it. He's gonna do another one, tire himself out, hopefully. Any minute now. There we go. Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm getting a little, not low on magic, but I'm using Cure a little too often. I'm worried that at some point I'm gonna run out of MP and not even notice. Almost down to his last health bar. Honestly, I can't remember if my first fight with him went this well. Is it going well? Honestly, I can't even really tell, if I'm being honest with you. Thanks for the gifts, but as nicely as they're wrapped, they are explosive. Oh, maybe he can? Well, he can fly in a... Oh, jeez. Was that because of us? Did he do that because I cast fire on him? Okay, good to know. Don't use that ability on him. Now... Look how much that ship just healed him! Whoa, okay. A built-in healing mechanic is one thing, but to heal him that much? That was like half a health bar. Oh, man. Oh! Please get tired. Thank you. Fall off the ship so I can heal. Friends, I need you back. Like, desperately. Nope. This actually kind of feels a bit like a... It feels like there's actual strategy to this fight. Like, I feel like I'm in an actual sword fight. I mean, I am. But, I mean, control-wise, it kind of feels like I'm in a sword fight. Not unlike an Assassin's Creed game. For some reason, it feels a little bit like that. Even though there is no counter mechanic or anything like that. I am getting a bit of a sense memory of that. Of those fights. Can you get tired, please? Or just don't get healed again. For the love of God. You're so close, you're so close. I will counter everything you can throw at me! Someone just got healed and it better not have been him. It wasn't, okay. You're so close! That's it. My hair got messed up. It's fine. I took the risk of not wearing a hat in this episode, and I don't regret it. My hair is an emotion in and of itself. Now, something I feel like I should have mentioned, or maybe they mentioned, or are about to mention, someone mentioned sometime that we can only fly in Neverland. Sadly, we can't fly in every other world. That would kind of break the game, I think.
Oh, Kyrie couldn't wake up.
But
so
yeah.
Maybe she's really lost her.
Sora. I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kyrie. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not.
It's a very wholesome
You can
moment.
bring her to Neverland sometime. Then she can try it herself. If you believe, you can do anything, right? I'll find Kyrie.
I believe
I know
that I can be a great YouTuber one day.
I want to tell her about flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to make that come true.
What's that thing? What
I'm
about
more
the
interested in
hotel?
that than being able to fly, if I'm
There's
honest with you.
something there.
Right, this was a twist. Again, haven't seen the movie. Didn't realize it took place in England or some fictional depiction of England. As you can tell, this is Big Ben that we're standing on top of, which is pretty rad. Now, there are 4 clocks around the tower, all of which are pointed toward midnight, except for this one. So, as you might have guessed, all we have to do is make it match up. Any day now. There we go. Didn't realize I could lock onto it. Took me way more tries the first time. You know, it'd be very cool if... I mean, what would you call this? A remaster? If they did a remake, like the Crash Bandicoot games, or... I mean, you know what a remake is. Basically, they rebuild the game from the ground up. It'd be awesome to see all of these environments in full 3D, because obviously these are all 2D textures. These windows are not dynamic in any way. They have no 3D-ness to them. But if they did, that'd be cool. I mean, PlayStation 5 is going to be around for a while. Be the perfect opportunity. That's all I'm saying. You know, let me just make sure my mic is not muted. It's not. If it was, I might have... I don't know what, honestly. Uninstalled Windows. That look didn't give a whole lot of exposition. But maybe it did, who knows? I haven't played the rest of the game. Right, so Chad is tuckered out because dark magic takes it out of you.
Relying too heavily on the dark powers could cost you your heart. A castaway.
Why don't more companies do this?
His heart did not.
That was a super vague sentence. I'll explain. I'll elaborate in just a second. I realized we're in the middle of a cutscene.
Sheer force of will. But fear not. No harm will come to you. He is no match for your power.
Disagree.
Yes,
Jack Skellington
the untapped
in my hand at all
lies
times.
within you.
The ultimate power.
Child, it's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential.
And now Chad becomes a Super Saiyan. Literally the same glow as Broly. Oh, there we go. We get a touching
Are you really going
final
back to
cutscene.
Neverland?
Afraid so. But we can see each other anytime. As long as you don't forget about Neverland, that is.
Aww. How old is Wendy? Is she like a child who had family issues and needed a fairy to help comfort her or something? I gotta watch the movies, man.
She's getting
Jeez.
steamed again.
Honestly, right now,
Favor? Look after her for me, will ya?
I won't. I'm leaving the planet. But it's between Crunchyroll Premium and Disney Plus. I gotta decide between those two. Oh yeah, we can summon Tinkerbell and got the Fairy Harp Keyblade. Oh, also the Glide ability. We got a lot of stuff. Some good stuff from this, actually. Damn it. You know what? I just realized something. Oh no, I put myself in such a corner. I said I was going to use Pumpkinhead for the rest of the game, but this is actually like a significant step up. And in the last part, I did use it because it's actually quite fitting for my real life persona. I used to be a musician for real. And so I was like, well, this is fitting. I won't do that though. I will stick to my guns and use Pumpkinhead. That's right. I'm sticking to my word. Hold on, I can see that there's a lot of noise on the camera, so I'm going to turn up the brightness again. We're back. Alright, well, we're done with Neverland, which leaves only a very special place. Well, we found the nav gummy piece. Let's go back to town. Sid will install it on the ship once we bring it to him. He will indeed. And there's a tournament being held at the Coliseum. Here there's a great reward for the winner. Alright. Where we're about to go is supposedly the hardest area in the game by far. Which we'll see as far as how many stars it has. It has quite a lot. Too many that I didn't want to count. So that should be an indicator. They're also red, I believe. So I won't say how far into it I played. Honestly, not far. The beginning. I said I wouldn't spoil it. I am. The very beginning of the planet I stopped. Because this took me way longer the first time. Looks like you found the other one. Let me see it. Okay, wait here. I'll get it installed right now. Oh, there's a safe back there. Can we access that? I just noticed that.
Now, just remember what Donald said to you. No frowning, no sad faces.
How can you be so cheerful? There's still no sign of your king. Aren't you worried?
The king told us to go.
Donald is looking like at the stars. Check out where his pupils are. Back up and look at that. He was not looking at us, that's for sure. Look at that. He's got social anxiety. Instead of looking at your eyes, he does that trick where he looks at your eyebrows, but he takes it a step further and he looks all the way up here. Oh, right. There's a lot of exposition here that I forgot about. We have some Ansem's reports to read. Where am I? Long ago, people lived in peace, bathed in the warmth of light. Everyone loved the light. Then people began to fight over it. They wanted to keep it for themselves. And darkness was born in their hearts. The darkness spread, swallowing the light and many people's hearts. It covered everything, and the world disappeared. But small fragments of light survived. In the hearts of children. With these fragments of light, children rebuilt the lost world. It's the world we live in now. But the true light sleeps, deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered. Divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will open. The heart of the world, maybe? And the true light will return. So listen, child, even in the deepest darkness. There will always be a light to guide you. That's me, my Keyblade. Believe in the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Ironically, we have the darkest looking Keyblade that there is in the game. Your heart will shine with its power and push the darkness away. Do you understand? Kairi? Kairi? Sora the friendly ghost.
Huh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Kairi? Did you call me?
7 missed calls. What the hell? I installed that navigation gummy, but you know, that place is crawling with Heartless. Don't say I didn't warn you. Here, take this along. You know, with all the magic in this world, I imagine most of these problems could be solved with cell phones. Or any kind of remote communication. That's really the answer. Keyblade who? We just need an iPhone. And all of this could have been solved pretty quick. There were a few things I wanted to say. Right before, I was saying, why don't more games do this? Or companies do this? And what I'm talking about is make a game where both or two of their properties sort of work together or are in the same game. What I mean is Final Fantasy and Disney. I mean, obviously Square Enix doesn't own Disney, but there's a collaboration there. Naughty Dog, for example, does that quite a bit, but it's sort of cameos. Like Crash Bandicoot makes a cameo in every Naughty Dog game, basically. And I think they should make a game where, and not a fighting game, not a Smash Bros. Rehash. There's a million of them. Not one of those. I'm talking about proper story-driven game. Oh, there's a postcard in here. Nice. With a bunch of characters in it. I think that would be cool. The other thing I wanted to do, really quick, was read Ansem's report, because, if I remember right, there's some interesting stuff here, and I made a couple of predictions about the plot. I am now studying material from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The material is foreign to our world. It is elastic to the touch. Gummies is what they're talking about. And when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records I've scoured even mention such a substance. Was it introduced to this world when I opened that door? So Ansem was the first one to open the door to other worlds, it would seem. I wonder how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Get it? Soar off. Got him. Could there be uncharted worlds up there? See Naughty Dog making an appearance. Even in a Square Enix game. Uncharted worlds, really? You think you're slick? My curiosity never ceases to grow, but I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. Simply astonishing. Today, I had a guest from another world. He's a king, Mickey, and his vessel is built of the material that composed the meteors, gummies. He called the pieces gummy blocks. Oh, me trying to show off my big brain. It's written right there. It seems that my opening that door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest. That of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says that he wrought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door that I have opened. Interesting, okay. So maybe the Keyblade is given to, I mean, obviously it's given to someone with a pure heart for the express purpose of closing all the keyholes and containing the heartless, but by whom? The other thing I wanted to say was, I don't know if it's been mentioned yet. I mean, it has, because I made this prediction around this time in my first recording, but Kairi showed up on the island on the same night of that meteor shower. So I suspect that she may also be from another world, or might be some interstellar alien, who knows? But she's definitely not one of us. At least I don't think so. Alright, let's head on to the new world. Hold on, Donald, we don't know what's out there. Why don't we revisit other worlds first? I'm sure we'll find some new items. Right, so... see what I mean? 10 stars. That's 10 stars. Red stars. Compared to the 7 that we were just, you know. And the reason he suggested getting items from other worlds is specifically because this world is supposed to be so difficult. Either way, it's the only place we have left to go, so let's do it. Oh, by the way, I mentioned this last time as well. If you noticed, if you're a music aficionado or know music theory at all, you may have noticed that the ship theme has been made into a minor theme. That was the wrong terminology, but anyway, it's the song's in a major or a minor key is what I'm trying to say. Jesus, they did a good job with the music, alright? I'll see you in a sec. There it is. The most difficult world in the game. It looks a lot like Oogie Boogie's manor, actually. Now, you may recognize, I had an epiphany the first time we landed here. You may recognize this as the place that Riku landed at when our world was engulfed in darkness. This is where he ended up, versus where we did Traverse Town. I know this place. Literally on opposite ends of the galaxy or whatever. That's pretty cool. I just put that together. Hollow Bastion. Great name. I mean, great presentation. Look at that. That's strange. I wonder why I feel this warmth inside, right here. Oh, you're just hungry. Hey, I'm serious. I'm cereal, bruh. Let's go. Alright. Now this... Oh, I just remembered that I should probably equip... Glide. Oops. Glide. There we go. And now, as you may expect, we can glide. Pretty far, actually. Alright. Nothing like a bit of platforming to get the fingers all warmed up. Ready for the ensuing battles. Here we go. Big cutscene.
No help from the heartless. So tell me.
Who's that, you may be asking yourself? The big bad wolf? Nah, bruh, it's Beast.
I simply believed.
Terrifying voice. So scary. If I were Riku, I would be doo-dooing in my pants.
I vowed I would find her again, no matter what the cost. I believed I would find her. So here I am. She must be here. I will have her back!
Take her if you can.
Jesus, if I had to fight Beast, I don't know what I would give up. I would quit the game. That sword of his is pretty cool looking, but I prefer my Keyblade.
So, you finally made it. About time. I've been waiting for you.
I think we're now seeing
We've always been rivals, haven't we?
the peak of Chad's evilness.
As I've always pushed you.
Riku.
But it all ends here. There can't be two Keyblade Masters.
This is literally like Naruto and Sasuke staring each other down at the final valley.
Let the Keyblade choose.
Even the water is fitting.
It's true master.
This I don't get. Does he just have, like, repulsory powers? Or the opposite of that? Like, he can just... I don't know.
Maleficent was right.
He got rid of the gift that
You don't
Jack
have what it takes
Skellington
to
gave
save
us.
Kyrie. It's up to me.
Blasphemy. You're my homie, but I will kill
Keyblade
you.
Master can open the secret door and change the world.
But that's impossible. How did this happen? I'm the one who fought my way here with the Keyblade.
You were just the delivery boy. Sorry.
Can I have your sword
Your
then?
part's over now. Here, go play hero with this.
And the game comes full circle. The same weapon we had at the start. Roll credits. We lost. Now this part I really hate.
Oh, well, I know the king told us to follow the key and all, but...
After all of that, our homies ditch us. Like, in mere seconds. No conversation, no negotiation, nothing. They just dip. And Beast doesn't seem to be too friendly with us either.
You're hurt.
Why? Why did you come here? I came to fight for Belle.
He has beautiful eyes.
And though I am on my own, I will fight.
Like, I know I have a wooden sword and all, but I'm right here. You're not alone.
I'm here.
See what I mean?
Me too.
I want hair like
Look now.
Sora's.
came
I want
here
that
to find
hairstyle.
someone very important to me.
And his shoe. Honestly, his whole fit is drip central. Now, Beast is joining our team. He's also the only one that can do damage to enemies. I mean, we still have our magic, but that's it. And our magic isn't too strong. But I just have to show this off because I think this is really funny. Beast's weapon is claws. So yeah. Alright. We've made it to Hollow Bastion. I mean, we've been here for a minute now, but Hollow Bastion, the hardest area in the game. I'm assuming it's something of a gauntlet. I haven't actually entered it yet. But just based on what it looks like, I'm assuming it's a gauntlet. Just floor after floor after floor of enemies that get harder and harder. And maybe we'll meet Chad at the top. Or maybe even Maleficent, who knows? I obviously haven't gotten there. I do, however, know that this is the way that we're supposed to go. Excuse me, everybody. I would just like to get into this bubble here so that we can become aquatic creatures for a brief time. And we've activated God mode. We're walking on water. Fire ring. This is amazing. No key, no lifting required. Just Beast, hit it as hard as you can. Love it. Alright, well, we're in the belly of the beast now. No pun intended. Right now, no enemies to be found other than the ones we just passed. For obvious reasons, we can't fight them. Although there is a room here full of enemies. What we're gonna do, for the most part, is let Beast handle them all. And just support from afar. It's weird having this much magic. I'm in my other playthrough right now, and I have to be, like, super judicious with my use of magic, as I have done at the beginning of the game. And so being able to spam, like, 16 fires in a row is pretty cool. Okay, so this... We're gonna try and get it in one shot. This is a puzzle room. Okay. And now it's this one. See, there's pros and cons to losing a recording, right? The cons, obviously, are that I lose all of my progress, have a relatively crappy night, and, you know, I more or less know what to expect, but it's a game. It's dynamic. Things can change. I can lose. I can win. Things can go better or worse than they did the last time. It's really not that big a loss. The pros, though, are that I get to challenge myself in similar fashion to how I just did, which is to, you know, get through areas like this in one shot, and also that we can potentially get a lot farther than we did in the first recording, because though the battles might turn out differently, I do know the path that we're supposed to take. So because of that, we can make more progress. And ultimately, things are fresher. More fresh? More things happen, basically, in the video, so it keeps it more interesting. Pros and cons, baby. Okay, now after doing that, I don't... Oh, we just have to go back to the front gate, I think. What time are we at? I know there's a save point, like at the beginning of this room. Beast, it was good fighting with you. As brief though it was, but well, you were trapped behind there. There is a save point very close to us, but because of all the extra time we have now, I'm kind of thinking, hoping at least, that we can skip this save point and potentially see what lies ahead. So let's do that. I do know, or at least I think, unless there's some kind of surprise that I'm not aware of, that this is the final world before, like, basically the end game. So the further we can get into this world now, the more potential there is for us to... Oh no. Do I have to beat these guys? Oh jeez. Okay, alright, okay, whoa, the damn it. Look at... Oh my god. Again, no pun intended, but Beast is an absolute monster. Is this where we're supposed to go? I'm assuming that that opened the front door. That's why I'm... Oh, whoa. Where did... What? What's going on? Oh, that activated. No, thanks. I'm just assuming that this door is what was opened by the... Oh, God. Oh, my God, that did so much damage. It is. Okay, we were right. This was closed before. Alright. Oh, my God. This is so creepy. Hey, it's Snow White. We haven't seen her yet. And there was someone else in the corner. The far corner that we hadn't seen. Kyrie. Cinderella! Behind her. Oh, this is so cool, but also so sad at the same time. I don't know how to feel. I'm conflicted.
Oh, purest of hearts, reveal to me the keyhole.
Oh, and there's Belle. Interesting. How come they didn't feature all the princesses in their own separate worlds in this game? Maybe memory restrictions? They couldn't put too much game on a disc back then? Most likely that's why.
Be on your guard. They're close. I can feel it. Are you ready for them?
No, are you? I can't fight them.
No.
Oh my god. Why did this game get so creepy all of a sudden? Transformation jutsu. Oh no, are you serious? Bro,
No,
what?
Not without Kyrie.
The darkness will destroy you.
Oh my god.
The
What
darkness
just
may destroy
happened?
my body.
Can he use
It
hockey?
can't touch my
Is this
heart.
Gear 4, Chad?
My heart will stay with my friends. It'll never die.
I love Sora. To the moon and back. Okay, this is insane.
Sora ain't gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, I knew Goofy was the boy. I knew Goofy was the boy.
Your life. But I'm not gonna betray Sora either, cause he's become one of my best buddies.
Head is
after
turned
all we
straight up
did
180 degrees. Damn
See you
near.
later, Donald. Couldn't you
Yeah,
tell the kid
that's
I'm really
right, brother.
sorry?
That's right. Peace out, Donald. We don't need you. Nah. Blah, 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 blah. We don't need you. No, go away, Donald. I don't even want you on the squad. No, I don't need you.
Stuck with us, Sora.
Goofy. I want to be stuck with Goofy. Donald can take a hike.
Goofy.
Should have stopped
How
at
will you
Donald.
fight
I mean,
without a
Goofy.
weapon?
I know now I don't need the Keyblade. I've got a better weapon.
A wooden
heart.
sword. Oh,
Your heart?
pulls
What
out his
good will
heart.
that
He's
weak
like,
little thing do for you?
Although my heart may be weak, it's not alone. It's grown with each new
Your heart's not
experience,
weak.
and it's found a home with all the friends I've made. I've
Friend.
become part of their heart just as they've become a part of mine.
friends, Jack.
And if they think of me now and then, if they don't forget me, then our hearts will be one. I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power.
Aw, give me the Keyblade back. It's about to come back to me. I can feel it. Yeah, I called it. Look at that thing. The power of Jack. Still with us. Oh, Chad. Oh, you're finished. Oh, you're finished. I'm not gonna lose like I did in the first episode. Oh my god, he is strong. You know what? Let's try out something we haven't done
Give me strength.
in a long time. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Look at this. Oh, God. So dope. Okay, now I'm gonna hang back and you do your thing. Do your thing. Did I hit him? Can't tell. Oh my God. Where'd he go? Simba, you want to do literally anything, please? Oh my God, this isn't going as well as I had hoped. This is actually going terrible. Alright. I thought this was going to be a really epic moment, to be honest. Get one attack in. There we go. Okay, I'll take that. He is whooping my ass. It's no competition right now. I know I said my friends are my power, but my friends aren't doing as much as I'd like them to right now. Okay, half a health bar down. I'm doing my tanking thing. I know. I just gotta... Okay, you know, yeah, be safe, be safe. I can... Oh, I was gliding. I was like, yo, I can fly again? I thought I broke the game. Okay, we're roughly 1 health bar down. Oh, shart. Okay, well... Donald's down. I can't let Goofy go down. I was gonna say die, but obviously. I'm getting... Yeah. I know. Oh my God, he did it. Please. Okay, whew. Can I just... It does nothing? Are you serious? Do I have anything that can heal? I forget if these heal people. Okay, he's up. Use one on Goofy now. Oh, okay, there was no point in that. Okay, boys. Help out. Help out here. Help out a little. We're so... Not yet. What do you mean not yet? Chad just said not yet. If you have a phase 2, son, he looks dope. Honestly, he looks super cool. I will give him that. Oh, you only just now got the door open, huh?
This battle.
Uh-huh. Ooh, White Trinity. That's the last one. I'm not even gonna... Just, no contest. Let me know. Is Donald, like... Is it a common thing that people don't like Donald? Because I really could care less about him right now. There are 4 sockets. What goes in them? I have an idea. No. What goes in them indeed? There's a door here. Okay. Alright. I really do hope, truly, that Donald redeems himself at some point. This book seems to be arranged alphabetically. This is the A shelf. There's a book missing. We don't have a book as far as I can tell. Is this it? This is the whole library? This is the K shelf. There's a book missing. Okay. There's a book here. Comma volume 8. Assuming that goes there. Nice, okay. Now, are we gonna find the A book anywhere? Could it perhaps have been put on the wrong shelf? It would appear not. Okay. Maybe it's further ahead? Oh, do we not have Green Trinity? Oh, I guess that's the last one. Oh, look at that. There's a thingy up here. I saw a beast climb up here by accident, and I was like, why? Oh, maybe we can't collect that? Okay, anyway. There is a save point here, so you know what's gonna happen now. If Beast could get out of our way, we're gonna call it. It's about that time. A lot happened in this episode. A lot more than what happened last time. Let's recap a little bit. What happened? We acquired some new keyblades. We made it out of the prison cell holding area of Captain Hook's ship, defeated Captain Hook, and proceeded to unlock the keyhole, or seal the keyhole actually, in Neverland, saying goodbye to Peter Pan in the process. We then traveled back to Traverse Town to install the final, or one of the final, anyway, a Navi-G, a navigation gummy, to be able to get to this destination that we're at now, Hollow Bastion. Always so bad with the names. Hollow Bastion, the hardest area in the game, as far as I know. We defeated Chad in a gripping battle and said goodbye to Donald in favor of Beast, and it'll always be that way. And we didn't succumb to the pressures of a better Keyblade. We are still rocking Jack Skellington's Keyblade, always and forever, till the day that the game is over. Alright, with that long-winded recap, thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around all the way to the end, you are an absolute trooper, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton. And as always, take care of yourselves.